Hello, my name's John. I'm 20 years old and I'm a double major anthropology and Spanish student here at Vanderbilt. I mainly focus on Mesoamerican archaeology and particularly Mayan archaeology. This is something that I've wanted to do for a long time, essentially since I was 10 years old. At that point, my family took a trip to the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico where I got to see a lot of the ruins, sites like Chichen Itza and Uxmal, and also a lot of the smaller kind of post-classic sites in that area. And that sort of convinced me that was what I wanted to study and what I wanted to do with my life. One thing that's kind of interesting about me is that I'm a preacher's kid. And because I am a preacher's kid, I tend to take my faith very seriously, particularly when it comes to mission work. In the past, my church has done a lot of work in the Appalachian Mountains, kind of helping out with communities that suffer from a lot of poverty, trying to provide food for them, and also putting on vacation Bible schools for churches that can't do it themselves. And most recently, we went on a trip to a Cherokee reservation where we helped a lot with just kind of construction and painting and helping to maintain some of the houses on the reservation. I guess one kind of big thing about me is that I'm a type 1 diabetic. I've had that since I was in 7th grade. And it's not really anything that defines me necessarily, but it's something I deal with every day. And on top of that, I also have some pretty severe allergies to eggs and peanuts. So between the two of those things, I really have to be careful and really know what it is that I'm eating throughout the day. Probably the most important thing to know about me, though, is just that I'm very into music. That's just kind of every minute of the day that I'm not spending on schoolwork or something is completely devoted to music. I started learning piano when I was 6 years old, and after that I started learning guitar once I got into high school, and I had friends that were starting to learn as well. And initially my dad taught me a little bit, chords and scales, things like that, but then I really started to kind of move on and develop my own sound. And I'm heavily influenced by a lot of 90s alternative rock bands, especially some of the lesser known ones like Local H, Toadies, and Dinosaur Jr. Those have been very influential for me. Alright, so this is my Stratocaster. I've had it since I was a freshman in high school. It's the first guitar I ever owned, and still my favorite, even though, by this point I have a couple of others. And let's see, I play it through a Fender Blues DeVille. My dad passed this on to me a couple years ago. It's just a little bit too loud for his purposes, and this is my basic pedal rig right now. It changes a lot though, so that's not necessarily what I'll be playing even in a week. But anyway, let me show you what it sounds like. Okay. Over the years, I've been in a couple of different bands. The first was a band called the Gouter Gryffindors, which was a wizard rock band that played songs about Harry Potter. I was the bassist for this band and also occasionally played keyboard. The main thing I do, however, which I've done for the last 3 years, is a three-piece called the Resistance House Band, and we play songs that are all about zombies. I'm the guitarist and vocalist for this band, and I also write all the music. It's sometimes kind of difficult to really do a good job explaining really the idea behind the band, but a lot of the songs are supposed to be funny in kind of a dark, twisted way, and one of the focuses of the lyrics is that all the songs kind of work together. There are recurring places and characters, and all the music kind of comes together to tell this story about a group of people, they're trying to survive in the zombie apocalypse. Alright, that's about it. I'm a big fan of science fiction and horror and fantasy novels. I've played soccer since I was 5 years old. I've got a good relationship with my parents and most of my family. My girlfriend Paige and I, we've been dating for going on 6 years now. And that's pretty much everything. My name's John. I'm an anthropology student. I'm a musician, and I'm a Vandy student.